All right, so our next stop here, you'll see on your map this sort of the topographic signature of a ridge, a very narrow ridge that runs up towards Route 2. And what's unusual about this ridge is that there's a bunch of white oak trees. This big tree right off in the edge of the screen here, another one behind me, and I can see quite a few dotting the ridge up here. So it's a very narrow ridge that stands out against this otherwise pretty flat area. And my first impression on seeing this is that this might be what's called the glacial esker. So it's basically a ribbon of sand and gravel that was deposited by a channel of water melting off of the glaciers around about 12,000 years ago. And white oak is a signature of that. White oak-like, very sandy, well-drained soils. There's also red oak on this ridge, same thing, white pine. They do well on sandy sites. And there's also off to the side of us, just downhill, there's evidence where somebody dug some gravel out of the side of this bank. So somebody else noticed it was an esker too for other reasons. And white oak is actually it's a great wildlife tree. It's a preferred species of mast for anything that eats acorns, from turkeys to raccoons, coyotes, bears, you name it. Second, it's a more southern species, and it barely gets into northern Berkshire County. It's in the Williamstown area, and it kind of follows the Hoosick River up through North Adams. And that's pretty much it for northern Berkshire County. Otherwise, you have to go to the rest of the state or further south to see white oak. So it's interesting that it's here, it's on the right soil, and it made it all the way this far. And even if you weren't paying attention, you'd notice going up this really narrow ridge, which looks like a nice place for a hiking trail.